Before we get into the latest NBA news and rumors on today's show, I'm just curious for all the NBA fans out there. Look, with the season a couple weeks away, let me know, who's your favorite squad? Who are you rolling with this year? I'm curious. I want to know where you guys are sitting at because we want to do more content around the teams that you guys like. So comment your favorite NBA team down right now. Welcome into NBA Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We're going to go through a cool little segment on today's show. With the NBA season just weeks away and training camp already here, let's take a look at the top 5 NBA trade candidates prior to the 2022 NBA season. I still think there are some moves to be made by a lot of different teams as we inch closer to game 1 of 82. So let's go through the top 5 guys I think that could be dealt coming up. Let's start with Mike Conley. Michael Conley, the point guard for the Utah Jazz. I almost said the Memphis Grizzlies because it just feels like he's a Grizzly more than a Jazz. But Conley is still a solid player at this point in his NBA career. He's not that guy that when he was with the Grizzlies that was an all-star and was a part of the grit and grind team. But this past year, almost 14 points per game, nearly 5.5 assists, and was efficient. 43.5% from the field, 40% from three. Look for him to get moved to like a title contending team because I truly believe whether it may not be the starting point guard or not, he could be a guy that comes off the bench and gives you good spot minutes in the playoffs. And look, the Jazz are tanking. They don't want to win ball games. Every move they have made this offseason tells you that Danny Ainge wants to tear it down and build it back up with draft picks and ways to build this team, not with the guys on the roster right now. Look for Conley to be moved. If the Jazz can get a pick or anything back for Conley, I think he's on the fastest way out of Utah. Maybe to a team that needs a point guard or some point guard help off the bench. I think it'd be a good piece for a team trying to get to that next level in the NBA. A guy that's been mentioned in trade rumors all week long and has agreed mutually with the Phoenix Suns to not go to training camp, Jae Crowder. And he went off on Twitter the other day. I'm going to try to read it like Jae Crowder. One must seek work where he is wanted, where he is needed. I am thankful for what these past 2 years have taught me. Now, I must take on another challenge with continued hard work and dedication. For those of you who closed the door on me, thank you. 99 back soon. What does that mean? He ain't going to be playing for the Phoenix Suns this year. He's agreed with the ownership that he won't go to training camp, and they're looking for a trade for Jae Crowder. I expect one to happen coming up very, very soon. And look, he's a guy that can help you if you're a team that's, in the middle of the pack in your conference and you're looking to elevate and become an elite team. He can give you perimeter defense, and he's a guy that can knock down threes, and he's a proven playoff player. 9 points last year, 5 rebounds, only 39% from the field, 35% from three. He is just the definition of a 3-and-D basketball player at this point. He could help every single team in the NBA get better. Three-point shooting, and defensive ability on the defensive court. He can guard 3 positions on the perimeter. He's a guy that you just want in your locker room. He's tough. He's that guy. I would love to have Jae Crowder on any team that I would be a fan of. But there's been 4 teams linked to Jae Crowder via Shams Charania: the Celtics, Grizzlies, Mavs, and the Miami Heat. And I want to ask you guys, those were the 4 teams that were linked by Shams as teams that have been noted to be interested in Jae Crowder. So I want to ask you this question. Where will Crowder play next season? Will it be the Celtics? Will it be the Grizzlies? Will it be the Mavs? Will it be the Heat? Type C for the Celtics, G for the Grizzlies, M for the Mavs, or H for the Miami Heat. If I had to guess out of these teams, I think he's going back to Miami, then maybe the Grizzlies, then probably the Mavs or the Celtics. But I want to hear from the real ones out there. Sound off in the comments right now. What about another Utah Jazz player that could be on the move? Jordan Clarkson, the microwave. This is a guy that could help a team come off the bench and give you buckets. And as we already said in today's video, and all of you are great NBA fans, and the Utah Jazz, they are tanking. They don't want to win ball games. Keeping a guy like Mike Conley or Jordan Clarkson, that's going to help you win ball games. And they don't want to do that, so they're going to trade him. And if the Jazz can get a pick for Clarkson, see you later, JC. he's gone. Because look, he's a guy that's going to help you win some ball games. And if he goes to a contender, he can help that team win ball games. This is someone that's been in the running for Sixth Man of the Year before. He's one of the best six men in the NBA. Last 4 seasons, 17 points, 15 points, 18 points, and 16 points. Not the most efficient player, just 42% last year, 32% from 3. But this is a guy that any given night, he could drop 25 points off the bench. He would be a great six-man for a contending team. Someone that needs a little more juice. Someone that needs a little bit more swag and scoring off the bench. Jordan Clarkson is perfect to fit that kind of role. He is someone that can help a bench unit elevate from being a middle-of-the-pack team to one of the best bench units in the NBA. Any team out there looking to get more bench scoring, Jordan Clarkson is the guy that you should be going after. I expect for him to be moved prior to the NBA season. Speaking of the NBA season, it's right around the corner. You know what else is right around the corner? Hoodie season. Hoodie season is almost here. I'm a big hoodie guy. If we didn't live in Dallas, Texas, I'd be rocking a hoodie every single day. We've got a great deal for all the real ones out there. If you go to chatsports.com/NBA hoodie, we have a bunch of NBA hoodies that are on sale for every single team out there. We got a Warriors one. If you're a Ja Morant guy, we got that. We showed you the one before that. And then we got this nice Hornets one. We've got ones for every single team. Similar styles. Just change out the logo and the color for your squad. Get a hoodie because it's hoodie season. And look, the NBA seasons are almost here. Have some gear to rock. Be proud. Rock your squad. Stand up. Go to chatsports.com/NBA hoodie. That link is in the comments and description of today's show. What about Julius Randle? A guy that has been linked in trade rumors for quite some time now. Didn't have his best season with the New York Knicks last year. And Ian Begley, probably the best beat reporter for the New York Knicks, works for SNY. He did a mailbag article, and he was asked, what are the chances that Julius Randle is traded prior to the NBA season? And he said there was a 40% chance. That's pretty damn big, and that's higher than I would have expected. Because look, you're this point, you're at training camp already. He's already out there chopping it up with Tibbs and everybody. I think if there was a trade for the Knicks to make, they would have already made that trade. But I'm not shutting the door on a Julius Randle trade. Because look, he's not that same guy that he was in the 2020 season when he averaged 24, 10, and 6 with amazing splits, 46% from the field and 41% from 3. The same stats, the same raw stats were the same in 2021. 20 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 5 assists. It was the efficiency that fell off a cliff. When you go from 46% from the field to 41% from the field, and then from 41% from 3 to 30% from 3, that's a problem. I'm expecting Julius Randle to have a better year this upcoming year, but I would not be shocked at all if the New York Knicks move on from him and continue to go with the youth movement and play Obi Toppin a little bit more. But look, I want to hear from you guys. Will Julius Randle be a Knick this season? Ian Begley said there was a 40% chance that a trade could happen. So I want to hear from you. Will Randle be a Knick come game 1 of the regular season? Type Y for yes or type N for no. Could we talk about NBA trade candidates without bringing up Brody, Russell, Westbrook? Another guy that's had trade rumors circulating around him, honestly, ever since he became an LA Laker. A guy whose stats are always going to look good. But I think it's these stats that are most important. We know he can score. We know he can rebound the basketball. We know he can create assists. We know he can get steals. But it's the efficiency that has made Russell Westbrook go from one of the most elite players in the NBA to a guy that has a question mark about if he's even a winning basketball player. 43.5% from the field last year, 29.8% from 3. 31.5% from 3, 25% from 3, 29% from 3. If you can't shoot free throws, if you can't shoot threes, it's tough to be a winning basketball player at this point. And I think the Lakers need to accept this. Russ, LeBron, and AD, it just ain't it. It ain't enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough to bring another title to LA. If the Lakers truly want to compete for a championship, I think they got to move off of Westbrook. What about trading Westbrook for a guy like Conley and Clarkson? You get to match the salary. The Jazz actually don't have to match the salary because they're so far under the salary cap. This is a team that I feel like has to make a move. You moved heaven and earth to get LeBron James and Anthony Davis here. The window to win is small. And keeping Westbrook, I think it makes that window to win even smaller. What should the Lakers do, though, with Brody? Should they trade him? Should they keep him? Let me know what you think. I think you got to trade him, try to go get a shooter, try to get a perimeter defender, try to get something that makes you a better basketball team. But sound off. Type T for trade or type K for keep. I appreciate everybody making NBA Now a part of their day today. Hit me up on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Everybody that follows me back from this video and then tweets me, I'll give you a follow back. Let's ride. Give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_.